Okay, so fam, we're live. Okay, so we want to discuss the Binance peer-to-peer. Most of us who don't know how to use the Binance to fund our accounts, withdraw money, and been in the space for quite some time now. You know that there are activities of scam and a lot of things that happen, especially using this platform, Telegram, not just the Telegram, everywhere. The scam is actually. But then the peer-to-peer, the Binance P2P platform is actually a secure gateway for you to fund and withdraw your money. So we want to see the reasons why you may want to be using the Binance P2P platform, how to use the Binance P2P platform. There are numerous reasons, numerous use cases for the Binance P2P platform. So this is generally what we want to see this night, okay? And then probably in the future we'll be looking at any of the, like I said earlier, meetings we'll be having will be tailored from your questions and suggestions. That's what I believe, because generally I think the bulk of the things you need has actually been treated, but then from your questions or any new developments, as we just do, we cast a vote, we draw a pool, and then we know what to do, right? So let's go on for what we have today. So we'll say that for this meeting, we are looking at the basics of cryptocurrency trading, peer-to-peer, and fiat. Peer-to-peer and fiat. We know what fiat is. Fiat is government-backed currency, right? So then for the content of this meeting, we want to be looking at what the Binance P2P is. Why do you want to buy and sell through the Binance P2P? How to use the Binance P2P, P2P latest updates, things that have been updated on the P2P platform. Then you want to become a Binance P2P merchant. How do you go about it, right? These are some of the things we want to see in this meeting or this content. So I don't know if you can hear me. Kindly drop some one in the chat box. You can hear me? Kindly drop some one in the chat box. Okay, so what is the Binance peer-to-peer? Basically, P2P platform is from origin, the P2P platform was used for media sharing. It was actually developed in 1999 by an American, Sean Fanning, and he introduced it into the general public using his media sharing platform, the Napster. So what does this do? This P2P platform or the P2P model actually gives power to the users, because the idea behind the P2P is decentralization. That is why the cryptocurrency network or that's not the look of cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency through decentralization is trying to give the users the power, right? So, and in launching such thing, the developers of cryptocurrency needed, since the idea is giving the users power, so they needed a technology or existing platform to use or to implement the idea, and the only possible platform for doing that was actually P2P or peer-to-peer in full, peer-to-peer in full meaning. So what does this do? It means that the users have the sole responsibility or sole control of the information, of the data, of everything that is being shared. But then on the P2P model, as developed by Sean Fanning, for you to be able to withdraw, to download, but it was actually a media sharing platform. So I'm sorry about that. My system just went blank. I don't know how to repeat it. Sorry about that. Okay, let's proceed. This. Sorry. Okay. So we're actually trying to explain the peer-to-peer or peer-to-peer model of interconnected network, right? So we see that the P2P model was actually developed and introduced to the general public by, what's his name, Sean Fanning, an American, in the year 1999, through his media sharing platform, Napster. That was the name then. But then, because of the way P2P works, which is a decentralized network, so it actually faced lawsuits and then series of lawsuits and then series of lawsuits. Then Napster was actually taken down because the governments always try to control the power and everything. And one of the means by which they do that is through security and fiat monetary policies. So, and that is why the government has actually been trying to fight the Bitcoin, because through decentralization, it gives power to the users. Because because in the P2P model, you cannot interact with the computer without actually giving something to it. So that was how that is why the Bitcoin adopted the P2P model. Okay, so the P2P model was not actually developed by maybe cryptocurrency or the people who originated cryptocurrency. It was actually developed by Sean Fanning, and credit goes to him, right? So that's about what the P2P. So the Binance P2P platform now, the Binance P2P is a means of exchanging value between people who use cryptocurrency. Now you have a buyer and you have a seller. Most of us actually want to sell funds, maybe fiat, Theta. You want to fund your account, you've traded, you made profit, you want to withdraw your profit. So one of the easiest way to withdraw your money is through the Binance P2P platform. If you're actually using the Binance platform, or if you're using another platform, you may still not be able to withdraw directly to your bank account. So you will still need to go through P2P to be able to withdraw your money. So you may want to withdraw your money to Binance or any other P2P marketplace, then sell your funds there. So basically what you are doing is that you're actually posting, if you are selling, you may want to post an advert, or you may want to fill somebody's order. So Binance, for the Binance platform, Binance facilitates this exchange by what? Delivering price or displaying price for the market participants, and then it serves as an escrow. It provides escrow service, that is, provides security of funds by ensuring that if the buyer clicks paid, you will confirm that you've actually received money before you release the asset. And then if you say that you've paid, you will release, the seller will definitely release the asset before the transaction is completed. And then it helps in dispute arbitration. It solves cases of litigation whereby maybe somebody will not claim that he made transaction or he was not actually funded or whatever. So this is part of the things that P2P platform does, the Binance P2P platform. Then it gives you the opportunity to transact directly with the seller and the buyer. It gives you that opportunity. Now, nobody is actually giving you, just like maybe someone sent you money from abroad. Now you go to bank to liquidate the dollar or to cash out the dollar to naira. Definitely, you will have to take the exchange rate given by the bank, right? Which is most likely the case scenario most times. That's what happened. Maybe you want to take the exchange rate, but then, and it's compulsory. Yeah, I don't know. I think currently they've started giving people their dollar there, but then you have to change the dollar to naira. Then so, but now here in the P2P platform, you are given the opportunity to either state your exchange rate or look for someone that actually meets your requirement, and then at the same time providing you with security from being defrauded. Okay, so that was one of the things the Binance P2P platform does. So most of us now who we actually trading, you make spot trading, you make futures trading, you want to withdraw your money. Some of us will start looking for what's it called, vendors or whatever off the maybe within around us. It's still bad. If you have somebody reputable vendor, it's still okay. But then at times, you cannot actually say what's happening. So the B2B platform gives you that security that anybody you are initiating or interacting with, you have that about, let me just say, 90% certainty that the person must deliver. Okay, so that's just that about the Binance P2P platform. It's exchange of value between two participants. Then Binance standing in the middle, serving as your words, price display mechanism, escrow service, and then dispute arbitration. So the buyer will transfer money to the seller, while the seller will release, after confirming receipt of money, will release assets to the buyer. So this is one of what the Binance P2P platform basically does. And it actually gives us a whole lot of opportunity. Let us see what it does. These are the assets that are traded in the Binance P2P market. You can trade the Bitcoin, the Theta, which is USD, that is the digital dollar. You can trade the Ethereum, the DAI, the Binance Coin, Binance US dollar, and then NGM Fire Balance. These are some of the things you can trade on the Binance P2P platform. So you can actually liquidate them there to fiat, or you can actually buy them there. Okay. So what's the next thing I want to see now? I want to see now the Binance P2P platform. What's so special about the Binance P2P platform? Binance P2P platform supports about 53 fiat currencies. 53 fiat currencies means 53 countries' local or legal money. The US dollar, the Australian dollar, Indian rupee, Russian ruble, Nigerian naira, Ghana cedis, South African rand, 53 countries. That means it gives you an enormous opportunity to transact with almost half of the world, right? It is enormous, and then it trades, processes about $10 billion in volume. I don't know, I can't say if this daily or weekly, but I think this should be daily. So it's actually very, very liquid. The market is very liquid in that once you place an advert, depending on your spread, depending on your price, you are most likely going to be filled. But yeah, someone is ready to take the opposite side of your trade. Okay, so let's see. Now, the use cases of the Binance. Why do you want to use the Binance P2P platform? Fiat Gateway. We already talked about that. Say, for instance, now you have a family outside the country, maybe UK, maybe London. Sorry, pathology. You are UK, America, Australia, Hong Kong, wherever you have a family there, and you know that it's actually difficult for some persons to go to Western Union, to go to banks to send you money home, right? But then through this cryptocurrency, that your data is not being captured. That's the idea of the Bitcoin network. You just go, you buy Bitcoin, send to your family, and then your family will just come to the Binance P2P platform, sell it there, get back his money. So you don't need paperwork like using your ID card before you'll be able to withdraw money from the bank. The bank will start asking you what's the relationship between the person who sent you the money, why was the money sent to you, this kind of stuff. So the cryptocurrency and then the P2P platform gives you that fire gateway, and then enormous opportunity. Money can be sent to you from anywhere. You can send money to your family anywhere, but in any place of the world, because this is actually what it does. And then you won't have the problem of going through that what's it called, legal compliances and the rest of them. So now profit making now. Some of us have actually been trading P2P and then choose spreads between your buy and sell, because now if you want to fund your accounts or you want to withdraw money from the P2P platform, you're going to be interacting with someone, right? And then that person who is there facilitating that trade as a vendor or a merchant is actually making money from spread. Spread is actually different between his buy and sell prices, right? So people make money from there. People who are actually P2P traders, they are making good money from there. Maybe 10 naira spread, 5 naira spread, 1 naira spread. And then when you do this over a number of times, it accumulates to something. You understand? And then depending on the volume you are trading, say for instance, now you're making 1 naira on every $10,000 you take. That's definitely 10,000 naira, right? Then you're making 5 naira on every $10,000 you trade. That's definitely 50,000 naira, right? So that's just that. So through that spread mechanism, which most times, because the P2P just kind of simulates the parallel market. The rates there are almost in tandem with parallel market. So you make enormous profits here, right? So you should know how to do that, which is basically what we're looking at now. Then remittance, we already talked about this. Now, because you have a family outside and actually send money to your family, you can actually withdraw money sent to you by your family without any legal challenges, without any need for ID verification. Once you just have an account, you will not need to have an account in some place yourself. Even the Binance platform, there's a limit. If your account is not verified, there's a limit to which you can process. You understand? But then if you want to process a huge sum of money, that's only when they will need you to start verifying your account. These are some of the uses of the Binance P2P platform. Actually, currently, I'm even writing on this Binance P2P platform. A lot of things I'm actually writing on this. So that's just that. Let's see. Then Binance P2P platform, you can actually buy and sell. We talked about this. Binance P2P platform is an open platform for users to buy and sell crypto with various fiat currency from other users or merchants. Users can trade crypto at their preferred prices, payment methods, and amounts with zero fees. Actually, currently, Binance P2P platform has a fee structure. It's no longer zero fees, but then initially it was actually zero fee structure. In addition, you have enormous payment opportunity. You can use Zelle, you can use PaySala, you can use Perfect Money, you can use what's it called? Um, SEPA, you can use Advance Card, you can use enormous forms of funding and withdrawing money from the Binance P2P platform. Okay, so that's basically it gives the opportunity to buy and sell using your preferred method. Using your preferred method, now you can actually make money. We talked about this by selling and buying on the Binance P2P platform. You may actually be trading only on the P2P platform. You have the money and you have the time. You can just come to the P2P platform. You are making money off the spread. You just buy funds, maybe offline, maybe anywhere you source your fund, or even steal from the P2P market, and then you resell using 10 naira spread, 5 naira spread. And when you do this over a number of time, you're actually accumulating. And the interesting thing about this is that it's kind of risk free. Understand? Else, the value of the asset depreciate because it does happen at times that after some time, you can within the day or within the week, after the market has traded to some places, then you will see a significant loss or deviation in the weekly trading price, right? It does happen. So you can actually make money by selling on the P2P platform. Now, remittance, we already talked about this. Given the fact that the Binance platform supports over 50 currencies, you can actually send money to any part of the world and withdraw money from any part of the world. It's hassle free and then a competitive rate, 24 hours, 7 days. Okay. Now, why do you want to trade on the Binance P2P platform? It's just like what we just said earlier. The use cases, the remittances, hassle free, enormous liquidity. And comparing this with your fiat or other fiat on ramps, now you have to go to bank to deposit to bank, and most times you will need to have a bank account to do that, right? And in some places or some countries where Nigerians, if you have families there, you see that it's actually difficult for them to access that. A lot of people are not banked. But then through the Binance P2P platform, you don't necessarily just having an account is enough for you. Then crypto escrow, offline fire transaction. And for the fire payments, now the banks we actually do the payment through trusted parties. Say for instance, if you want to send money to America, definitely most banks in Nigeria interact with Citibank. Most banks in Nigeria interact with Citibank. I don't know if any of them interact with JP Morgan, HSBC, but then most banks in Nigeria that are sending funds to America interact with Citibank. So they will want to use that third party bank to process the transaction, right? But then for you to transfer money using the Binance P2P platform, you can just transfer directly to the user. You understand? Just buy a Bitcoin, buy a dollar, buy BUSD, whatever you are buying after funding the account, you just transfer it to your brother, your family, your sibling, your friend, your spouse, whatever. And then he or she will just liquidates the money over there. And now payment methods, usually 1 to 2 certain payment methods because usually the banks used to tell you what you do. Because if you maybe someone sent you dollar, they will tell you to take naira. They don't want to give you the dollar. But then I think now since they closed BDC, I think they do give the dollar now, right? Then but now the Binance P2P can actually sell your funds to pay maybe perfect money and then you go cash out the dollar and you have the dollar in your hand and actually sell your fund to USD and sell your fund to GBP, sell your fund to anything. You understand? But then all these things demand or require expertise, being able to know how to navigate through all this things so you don't want to lose your fund. Then fee structure, the fees that are being charged in Western Union and the rest of these things are actually very, very big. But then initially, the Binance P2P platform does not charge any fee. But currently, they charge fee. But then the fee is still minimal. Then for you to place ads or take adverts, you don't incur any fee. You understand? So that's some of the advantages of the Binance P2P platform and some of this P2P platform. And the price, they they just give you the price. You go to bank, you see the exchange rate, like we buy, we sell. So you are definitely if you are selling your phone, you are definitely taking their exchange rate. But then on the Binance P2P platform, you are you are free to set the price you want to buy. Maybe now dollar is selling at 580. You want to say, okay, I want to sell 590. So you have to look for someone that is willing to buy you from 590, right? Then you say you want to sell 600. You can wait for someone to buy for you 600. You have that liberty to set and take prices, right? Then transaction limits. Believe you me, currently I don't think you can process more than $20. You can send funds outside this country more than $20, or you can do international POS transaction more than $20. Now, I don't think so. But then the P2P platform gives you the opportunity. You can actually transact up to 100K dollars. That's about 15 million naira. You can transact up to $2 million on the Binance P2P platform if you actually have the means. Okay. But then for you to transact that enormous amount for that kind of volume, you definitely need to verify your account. I think up to 1,000 or $8,000 or so, you don't need a verification to be able to process that kind of transaction. Okay, so let's see what we have on the next slide. How can you be able to use the Binance P2P platform? How do we use the Binance P2P platform? Basically, the first step is signing up on the Binance exchange, right? First step should be signing up. And before you trade, you need to register a Binance account. If you don't have any Binance account, you will need to register a Binance account. Then you complete your identity verification. For identity verification, what is supported is the international passports, driver's license, voter's card, and then the improved NIMC card. Complete your SMS authentication, then set your payment methods. So opening your Binance app, you will see the login or register button here on the home screen of your phone. This place that has a profile icon, then you click that. Then after registration, you just click in the icon there to take you to this next page here, verify your account. Then if you've had issues trying to verify your account and your documents are okay, the first thing you just need to do, come over and then chat the support. There's a button. I think, let me check my home screen. I don't know what the button is now, but I think on the home screen there's a headphone button. That headphone button is actually support. Yeah, there's a microphone button on the home screen. If your app is up to date, that button is actually support button. So if you click that button, you're actually interacting with support already. So you tell them that you've been trying to verify your account and then it's giving you challenges. Man, sure we are looking at Zero the other day, right? Just seeing Zero is around the top gainers. Interesting. Okay, so that's you just contact the support and then you lay your complaint. They will actually help you to fasten your verification. I actually did my verification twice because I was trying to verify my address and then some things happened. So I had to, I would like to say, is verify myself and then start all over again. And all these things were actually done by the support. It was not just on the verification portal because I had some challenge. So I was actually there with them and then we're doing it together and it didn't take much time and then we finished. So you just need to contact, if you have any challenge, contact the support. They will be there to guide you in real time. Okay, the Binance support is actually very, very active now. And the next thing, you just buy your crypto. For you to buy your crypto from the Binance P2P homepage, you will see from the Binance homepage, you will see the P2P here. Definitely you must have seen this. Then you click that, it will take you to a page like this. So you can see buy and then you can see sell, right? So if you are buying, definitely you want to fund your accounts. If for instance you want to start trading maybe futures, sports, you want to use the Binance and not anything, any product you want to interact with here. So you just need to fund your accounts, buy. After selecting the transaction or the party you want to transact with, then the next thing is to pay. Be taken to this page. How much do you want to buy? Is it $30,000, $50,000? You enter you have the option of entering in Naira or in the amount in USDT. So if it's in Naira, then the equivalent to USDT will be given based on the exchange rate that the seller is actually depicted. Remember, you have the liberty to set exchange rate. So once you are trying to fund your account, try as much as possible to check the rate. Look at this guy's rate here. His rates, as at the time of creating this slide, the rate was 487. That was last year. Okay, but this is not the current exchange rate. So you enter the amount you want to buy in Naira, and then go ahead, select payment method. Is it bank transfer? Is it deposit, cash deposit bank? Given that the party you're interacting with support that payment method, because remember, transactions is not complete if payment is not made. And then the receiver has the right to reject some payment method, just like someone may want to pay in check. You may say that I don't want to take check, right? So the person has the right to say that he's taking maybe bundle, maybe perfect money, maybe Zelle, whatever. So just check someone that his or her payment method suits the one you have or the means you want to pay with, right? So let's go. Then once you've completed the payment, just click transfer next. Don't forget to do this. And interestingly, you have a time window, oftentimes 15 minutes. That is actually counting down here. Oftentimes 15 minutes. That means if you actually pay the seller, then you did not click this transfer next. After 15 minutes, the transaction will be automatically cancelled. So if it's actually your first time of interacting with the Binance P2P platform, once you pay the seller, come back to this home page and then click transfer next. So while I was actively trading Binance P2P, I met a lot of people who made that mistake. But then because there were mechanisms of reaching out to them, so I was able to still complete the transactions for them. But then I don't think everybody will do that. Everybody cannot do that. So you don't want to make that mistake. You don't want to put yourself up to that. Okay. And you receive once you've made the payment, the party is obliged. Is giving some time window to release the money to you. Then if the party starts misbehaving, you can actually file an appeal against him or her here. You see this appeal button here. File an appeal and then Binance what's it called? Binance P2P or the Binance support team will step in for the appeal. And then if the party does anything funny, his account will automatically be disabled. He will lose the funds in his account. You understand? So that's why if you have actually interacted with people on this platform, you see that people are very sensitive to appeals. Because an appeal can actually trigger a mechanism that will rubbish your account and then you lose your funds. Because it's in part of the terms and conditions. That's that you make your but then if you want to maybe someone sends you dollar, if you want to sell and then withdraw to Naira from your spot or wallet or whatever it is in your funding wallet, just transfer it to your P2P account by clicking this transfer. Once you click this transfer button, it will take you from spot to take you to this place from spot to P2P. Then you enter the amount you want to transfer, confirm transfer. You come over to the next page. You are here, you go to the P2P homepage. These are sell orders. If you want to take their sell orders that is displayed here, fine. But one thing you should try to do is that traders are rated. You see some people that have 95%, 80%, 30%, whatever. Then look for someone that has a good rating, for someone that has a good feedback. Because once you click the person's name like this, to actually pop up his details, like the number of transactions he has actually done. Uh, excuse me. Actually pop up the number of transactions he or she has actually done, right? Then you see the feedbacks. If the person is actually a good trader, feedbacks will tell. Statistics they say do not lie, right? The feedbacks he has been gotten will definitely tell you if this guy is somebody you want to interact with. So you don't want to risk. There are actually people who are funny on this platform. So this actually gives you the opportunity to know who you want to interact with. Be patient. Go for the best person, best offer you are gonna have. Most times, don't look at the exchange rates. Look for someone that will actually liquidate your money for you speedily. There are some people you will interact with here, you may not receive your money till next tomorrow. I'm telling you the truth. So you want to look at somebody whose payment rate, average payment rate is maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes max. You look at somebody who has a rating of at least 90%. And then you check his feedbacks, negative and positive. Look at what people are saying bad about him. Is it the delay in payment? Is it that he actually doesn't make full payments? Is it that he's not around at all? What does he do? What does he do funny? Those are the things you want to look out for when interacting with people here. But most times, the first orders, the bulk of the top orders you are seeing above here are actually funny people. Maybe someone will just come and be buying. The rate is actually 480. He will come and place a 520 naira rate that he wants to buy. Most of those guys are actually scammers. If not scammers, they will tell you that they deduct money from your transaction. So we don't want to interact with those people, right? We want to interact with people who are okay with what they're saying, who mean business, and who will actually liquidate your fund ASAP. So that's about that. You take an offer here or you place an ad. You either take an offer or you place an advert. So we'll get on how to set an advert. And say for instance that you've taken this guy's offer, you are selling to him 1,500 USDT at the given rate, 500 naira, right? So this is the money you're getting. Then he will pay you. You just click sell USDT, and then Binance will notify him that an order has been placed on his advert. So he's obliged to come and pay you within some certain minutes. Which, if he doesn't come, the transaction will be cancelled. Okay, so you cannot lose your assets, because once you place this order for sale, the money automatically goes to Binance. Binance holds your assets. Okay, I don't know if it's clear. What we're saying so far, if there's any ambiguity or is not clear, kindly drop some two in the chat box. If it is clear, drop some one in the chat box, please. So the next step is you confirm receipt of payment. The party will send you money because you are selling, he will send you money. Then if you've actually received the money, you check your account, the account you're interacting doing the transaction with, ensure you've actually received the complete fund, because some people have funny. Someone may come and pay you 726,800 naira and then leave the 17 naira. Some people does that. Okay, so you want to make sure that person pays up everything, every single, even if it's up to kobo, person should pay you everything. That's the money. Because when these things accumulate, there's a loss in fund. I don't know if you're actually communicating, please drop some one in the chat box. So once you've received the money, you click confirmed payment received, you confirm this. So once you confirm this, the money, the asset will be automatically released to the third party. So you want to make sure that indeed your money has been credited you, your account has been credited, so you don't want to lose funds. Then for you to post ad, this is what you do. And on your home screen, on your peer-to-peer home screen, if you can go to a peer-to-peer home screen now, it will be interesting. I would like that. You can go to your Binance app, click on the P2P, then P2P trading. If you go to your P2P home screen, I think you will see if your account is not set yet. Let me check. Can you see these four icons on your home screen? Okay, you guys are muted. I'm not getting any reply on this meeting. Nobody is dropping one, nobody is dropping two. It's not clear, and it's clear and not clear altogether. I don't understand. If what we are doing is clear, please drop some one in the chat box. If it's not clear, drop some two in the chat box. Okay. Rachel says clear. Okay. So then your P2P home screen. Some people will still come tomorrow to ask, how do I fund my account? How do I do this? How do I do that? But it's okay. Okay, Ma, you are actually on the call. I even forgot to ask after you. I'm very sorry. Uh, so on the P2P home screen, if you want to post an ad, you come here, you have this is your home screen, the order you are having. Then for you add button, you click it, then it says post ad, then you add the other ad type. Just see the order of transaction. This is one. This is the second thing you do. This is the third thing you should do, right? So you click the add button, then you click post ad, then you click add button, this add plus button. So once you click this plus button, it will take you to this home page now. Either buy or sell ad. Which one do you want to place? If you want to place buy ad, now it should be a buy advert. Is it USDT you want to buy? Is it BTC? Is it BNB? Is it Ethereum? Is it DAI? Is it NGM fiat balance? You select it here. Select that pair here for this button. Now you check the fiat. With which fiat are you transacting with? Is it the US dollar? Is it the Nigerian naira, Russian ruble? What do you want to pay with? Is it which means of payment do you want to use? Fiat. So if it's NGN, select it here. Now you will be asked if it is floating or fixed. Floating means that given some certain percentage, your exchange rates can fluctuate, right? You use floating, you set the floating rate, the range you want it to be floating, highest and lowest. In between here, your rates will be floating, will be fluctuating. Then if you fix your price, if you set a fixed price, then you come here, enter the fixed price you want to be currently, I think the exchange rate currently is 581. So you may want to enter 581, 582, depending on you. But then try to be profitable. So you for fixed, you always be given the lowest offer someone is making in the market. Lowest offer someone is making to sell. So you just make sure you change what you are seeing here, because you can make that mistake. This floating price is 99 naira, 99.5%. You just put the percentage, floating percentage you want, and then you'll be given the range in which your order will float. If you are using fixed here, then they will show you the lowest offer someone is making in the market. And then the lowest offer, yeah, someone is asking for in the market. Then you'll be given the option to enter your sell price here. Try as much as possible to adjust it, because most of us will make that mistake, and then you place the order at a very, very low price and someone will feel it. If the person wants to arbitrate with you, you may still not win the case. So you want to do well to correct all these things, put the exact amount of money you want to sell or the rate you want to sell, and you click next. On the next, you enter the amount of USDT, BTC, BNB you want to sell, then enter the order limit. The order limit is the range, or in what units do you want to sell? Is it you want to give your buyers the opportunity to buy for 1,000 naira? You want to give your buyers the opportunity to buy, or do you want to sell in bulk? You want to sell everything once, or do you want to sell in piece? You understand? That's actually what the order limit says, 6,000 to 100,000 or so. Then you select your payment method. What payment method do you want your buyer to pay you for? Is it bank transfer? Is it perfect money? Is it bundles, cheaper cash, Zelle, pay on whatever. What do you want them to pay you with? So you select that and then you click next. This is actually the last step. And you want to set limits for some people. Now you can set your auto reply message, set your terms and condition of trading, which you should always do, and then you should watch out for other people's terms and conditions. And then you want to set maybe limitations, counterparties condition, must have completed KYC, registered within social number of days, holding certain amount of BTC. So you want to do this to filter off some people who will just come to play in this marketplace, right? Then you click post ad. Once you posted your ad will be successfully posted. You'll be given your ad number. Then you just wait. Once someone comes to take your order or take a position in your order, Binance will notify you via email, SMS, and in-app notification. So you just once you get that notification, you come, then complete the transaction. Okay, that's basically that. So you can see your adverts here. These are the adverts you placed: USDT sell, USDT ZAR. This one is USDT USD, USDT ZAR. That's South African rand. Then USDT NGN. So that's basically this. The same way you can actually buy. And for a buy, then the new features on the Binance platform, we talked about the buy already. So you just place your sell ad, then you can actually buy it too. So now the new features on the Binance platform and comment section. What does this comment section do? It helps you to know the kind of person you are interacting with. Say for instance, this guy just say the merchant explained how to make a fire transaction offline. I really appreciate that. So actually a credit to you. Then if it's actually a negative one, you will want to red flag that person, and then you don't want to interact with such person, right? So these are the things you want to look at. Look out for this when interacting with merchants or traders on the Binance P2P platform. So you look out for those who have positive ratings, so you don't go and put yourself in form of arbitration or time wasted. There are people who are always online. There are people who have 2 minutes, 1 minute exchange time, both buy and sell, both payments. Those are the kind of people you want to transact with, right? Then their feedbacks are actually good and positive. And the next thing, you can share your ad, either your QR code or the advert number. Just share it. What does this mean? It means that I can give it to maybe your someone that you know that has actually been patronizing you or has been taking your positions, share it to him or her. Then he'll just specifically, he wouldn't need to start looking for you. Clicking the ad code, entering the ad code there will bring him automatically to your adverts. And the next thing is buying or selling crypto via cash transfer. Um, this is the Russian ruble. pay your trading counterparty with your fiat balance. Yeah, you have the NGM fiat balance there. Although I don't interact with that, I never interacted with that. But then you have the NGM fiat balance there, so you can actually pay your counterparty with it, or the Russian ruble, or the excuse me, what was it called? What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? The Russian ruble, the Australian dollars, a lot of means of paying your counterparty. Might have been a message. Okay. So it means your Russian, your fiat balance. There's this currently the only fiat balance is the Russian ruble and the NGN. This NGN fiat balance is kind of, let's say, digital money too that you have on Binance platform, the digital naira you have on the Binance platform. So some people want to take that, but mostly now people don't actually take that. That was prior to the Nigerian government banning crypto in February. Was it February or May or March last year? I think it's February. Prior to them banning crypto, the fiat balance was actually an active means of transacting the Binance platform and other exchange too, because you can still withdraw it to other, can cash it out then. Yeah. And then Binance will pay you the equivalent in Naira, but then Binance doesn't transact with people again now. Okay, Ma, ask your question. Let me unmute you. But don't worry, just note your question. We're almost done. Okay? Almost done. You can ask your question. Please note your question. So if you don't want to interact with merchants, just go to the P2P Express and then you'll be given an order for a buy or sell. You just click instant and then you can send the payment. Please have patience. We're almost done. Then you can take your questions at the end of the meeting. So just click the Express. Express is just like maybe you know what Express services are now. You just want to interact. You don't want to go through the process of looking for someone to pay with. So automatically you'll be given just like you going to the same bank, you'll be given an exchange rate. But then the exchange rate there will not deviate too much from what is obtainable in the market. That's one thing. You'll be given the best available offer, but just like market execution that we do in other types, right? So that's the same thing with Express there. Maybe you don't want to interact with, you don't want to start looking for vendor, but just know that anybody you are giving the Express, someone who has a positive rating, okay, or is a merchant. And the next feature is becoming a Binance merchant. For you to trade on the Binance P2P, like I said earlier, you will need to sign up. If you're here to sign up on the Binance P2P, kindly indicate Binance accounts, kindly indicate. So the next thing, you sign up on the Binance P2P, then you start trading and withdrawing money. And to become a P2P merchant, what does the P2P merchant? Who is a P2P merchant? P2P merchant is someone who facilitates a huge sum of transaction, and for you to be able to do that, you deposit in Nigeria, you deposit some collateral. Maybe initially it was about I think 10 BNB. Initially, but now it's I think about $1,000 or so. So what are the benefits? Zero transaction fee, zero VIP fee discounts, higher withdrawal limit, access to merchant portal for professional ad management, exclusive customer support, exclusive merchant promotions. Then it gives you also the opportunity to post, because on the Binance P2P platform, if you're not a merchant, you can only post one order in a direction. Say, for instance, you can only place one buy advert for USDT. But then as a merchant, you can place two different buy adverts for USDT in any direction. Okay. That's one of the benefits of being a P2P merchant on the Binance platform. Then let's what's next, and then cash merchant. I think we are come to the end of our meeting. Okay, that's the best place for you to liquidate or buy your assets. Why? Because it's enormous. Because of the enormous trading volume. There's no other you place there that will not be filled. Currently, Binance is introducing the block trading. So So now let's take your questions, fam. I think we've come to the end of our meeting, and it's exactly 9 o'clock. I'm okay with this time. So let's see. Let's have your questions. Let me unmute every one of us, and then let's take your questions, fam. Princess Tega, you're actually asking a question. You've been unmuted. Please, if you have any question, kindly raise your hand. You've been unmuted.
My question is, yeah,
I can hear you, ma. Good evening, ma.
with what you said, there's only there's one thing you've not said. First of all, you said when posting an ad, we can post our price that we wish to. Now, how do we know the price we're supposed to put? Oh, they're taking like this. How do we know the price we're supposed to put? Like, if the price of USDT maybe is 560, and then how do we compete? You're supposed to tell us how we are supposed to compete in the market to be like to have a win-win. Now, secondly, my question is, how do we know the gain, like the gain we are getting at a particular time? Do you understand? Like, if I bought a USDT of 550, I'm selling of 561 or 551 point, like I don't know. If the price will fix, they will not determine the profit. If you tell us the profit time, because there's one place I heard that if you minus your selling price from your buying price, and once your income is not 2 naira plus, that you shouldn't trade it, that you won't get a lot of profit because of the charges. And at that side, you're not even putting light on it, because that's the even most interesting part, because you have to know your profits and your also loss, know what you're taking, know the gain, know all those things. I didn't hear it clear.
Okay, ma'am. About that, like I said, it gives you the liberty. Certain prices at your discretion, but then there's always a kind of a ceiling where Binance will tell, say for instance now, I don't think you can sell dollar 2,000 naira on the Binance platform. There's always that ceiling for you to be able to. Okay, let me see if I can share my Binance screen now. But then let me answer this question. So there's always that ceiling, that limit is at your discretion. Okay, it's at your discretion for you to place or your adverts, how much you want to sell. Those are at your discretion. And then believe you me, as a trader, you should know your cost price or your cost price and then your selling price. So your profitability is always a function of your selling price against your cost price. And then you don't want to sell below, you are not compared to sell below your what below your cost price. And you have that liberty of maybe if you go to the Binance platform now, some people that place their advert at 700, 800, 1,000 or so. They have that liberty to do so. Okay. So, but the thing
Okay,
is this.
I'm going
The
to
thing is
post it.
this. Hello,
Hold
ma.
on. You said we can post any price that
Yes.
we want.
Yes. But there's always a ceiling. There's a ceiling. Just like okay, let me go to let me share my screen now. So we'll just go to the Binance platform now. So you guys can see my screen, right?
I can see a screen.
Okay. So now let's go to funding wallet. So now you look at now. This is my funding wallet. Now I have $300 here. Okay. Now prior to now, let me just like I said, for you to be able to sell on the P2P platform, you need to transfer the money from either your spot wallet to your funding wallet. So let me take this money now back to my spot wallet and then bring it back here. So we'll see what we actually say those live in practical terms. So you click the transfer button and you'll be asked fiat and spot, then to funding. But then I want to transfer from funding now to fiat and spot, right? So I'll click this arrow, then the money will be going from funding to fiat. So I'll click max, sorry, I'll click max, then I'll confirm. The money has been transferred from my funding to my spot wallet. So now, if I want to, say for instance, the money was not here, but then I want to move the money from my spot wallet after trading, I made the profit, and then I want to withdraw it. So I'll just go to this trans. I'll come to funding. Like I just go to my wallets. Okay, I'll go to wallets, funding. Then it will bring me here. I'll come to transfer. I click the transfer button. Then fiat and spot. I will transfer USDT. The available USDT here is this amount. I'll click max, confirm. Confirm. So I will now buy and sell. For me to buy and sell, I will go to it will not take me to the P2P wallet, right? Okay, sorry, it's not taking me to P2P wallet. I've not actually used my system to transact, but let me see. So usually use my phone. Okay, I confirm. Okay. So now interesting. So now you see this is the P2P home screen now, the Binance P2P. Now you have this we talked about the express, right? This is the P2P, this is the express, and this is the buy if I want to buy, and then this is the sell. If I click sell, I will only be seeing sell orders. I'll only be seeing sell order because I'm looking to liquidate my funds. I'll be seeing sell order. Now look at this guy. He says he wants to buy at 600. Why do he want to sell? I should sell to him at 600. Why, if I want to buy the current rate, I will be able to buy I think the cheapest rate here is 581. It doesn't make sense for me to look to sell to him at 600. It's actually too kind of, let's say the margin is too much. You understand? For me, the margin is too much. So I just want to click uh, his account and see, check about him, what's okay. He has done email verification, he did SMS verification, ID verification. Now 30 days completion rate is 88.55. Average release time is 404 minutes 20 4 minutes 20 seconds. Security deposit 0. So let me see other stuff that they can show about your account. Other stuff that can be shown on your account. Let me check. There's that. Uh, excuse me. Okay, so his terms and condition. Let me click sell. Let me click sell to him. Then I'll be showing his terms and condition. I should be showing his terms and conditions. So his terms and conditions say I am fast, stay online and release the coin. He didn't say anything else. I don't want to take that order. But then if I click this I want to sell all the funds I have, I'm actually selling him my 300 USDT, and then I'll click proceed with the transaction. If I say set my payment method, okay, like I said, sorry, I've already clicked transfer. I want to sell or 300 USDT. This is the money I'll be getting for my transaction, right? Then I'll select my payment method. I've actually set my payment method prior to now. Perfect money, bank transfer, cash deposit to bank. So,
Done.
that,
Done. Can I ask something?
okay, ask the question.
Hold on. This particular thing, my problem is the price. Do you understand? Like, okay, you go to the market.
Yeah,
If I want to sell my dollar, which
yeah.
price am I supposed to use and set up my sell price? What am I
You
adding?
are,
Because when I researched, I saw someone say you when you are selling, you will use is it $1 1 naira, then sell, or when you are buying, you also add $1 and buy. So I don't understand that aspect. So that's actually the reason why I was even asking if anyone knows about P2P. So the person can explain to
you,
me
you,
very
you
well.
are, you are buying and selling. The rate at which you buy and sell, I said it during the slide presentation, is at your discretion. You understand? The market is free. That's actually the idea of the P2P platform or the P2P method of sharing. You are free to interact with anybody. And then being able to interact with anybody means that you are okay with the rates the person is offering. So anybody that wants to interact with you is okay with the rate you're offering. You are free, just like you see what the buy price was actually, right? 581. But someone wants me to sell to him at 600. Then if I want to sell to him at 600, definitely I will close the trade with him at 600. And then because I have been trading P2P, and then my account can be able to post because before you can be able to post I think orders to buy from people, you should have sold for some time, and then your rating is okay before they will give you the license to be able to buy from people. Okay. So now for me to post a sell ad now where people can come and view and buy from me, I can just go there and say that I want to sell at 700. I don't care. Nobody will question me for that. So people who are okay with my order, maybe people who have been interacting with me, who have been buying from me, and then they are okay with my exchange rate, they can come and feel my transaction. You understand? So even though I may buy it at 500, it doesn't concern anybody. That is one thing about a capitalist economy or a free economy. That is the P2P market is. Nobody is actually telling you that this is what you should say. But then there's a ceiling, there's a limit to which you cannot exceed. Understand? There's a price to which you cannot sell above. I think that's 2,000 or so. You cannot place a price for dollar beyond 2,000. I think so. So that's basically what it is. So nobody tells you the rates at which you are gonna use sell or buy your phones. I don't know if that's clear, man. I don't know if it's clear now. Hello, ma'am. Are you still on the call?
Okay, I've heard.
So nobody tells you the rate at which you are supposed to sell or buy your phone. So basically, just like I feel I pick this guy, I'm okay with it. And if I'm not okay with this transaction, I can still go back and then look for someone whose rate is even less. But then I'm okay with just if you keep scrolling down, you will see
Hold
uh
on. Let me see what you're saying. You're actually telling me that I can just go to P2P and put 1,000 naira. That will counter my USDC bar.
yes.
That
Look
is
at
not a
some people's
business
rate,
idea. Calm down.
597.
That is not a
Okay.
business idea. Because if you are telling me to go there and put any price I want, you're not telling me to. I don't understand how. I don't know how to put it. You can't just tell me to go there and put. If it's like that, then anybody can just go there and put 2,000 naira. Do you understand? There is
You are
there
free to
is
do that,
rule
man.
there is rule to this question. That's what I want to do because I cannot just go there and say, okay, maybe someone is selling 590. I wanna go okay after I don't buy USDT finish. I come they sell 593. Obviously, nobody wants to buy from me because I'm selling at a very high price.
The thing is, the truth is this. Like I said, you are free to set your price, and then the buyer is free to do what? To take your offer. You understand? This is just like ask and be. So you are asking this price from the buyer, and the buyer is free to do what to bid. So the buyer, because the market is very voluminous, just like a market, which when you go to your normal market, you have someone who is selling at 15 naira, you see someone who is selling at 16 naira, you see someone who is selling at 17 naira. You can just go to bid price. You can just go to buy from anybody you like. But then there is a cap where the rate is capped that your rate should not exceed here, and that's about I think 2,000 or so. If you scroll now, you see people who have their order at 700 naira. If you scroll now, you see people who have their order at 700 naira. So the rate at which you are selling depends on you. Maybe you want to fill your order quick. You want to use what is obtainable at the current market price. If you believe that someone will come to take your order, you do have to be patient, and then till someone comes to take your order. So all those things are at your discretion, like I said. You know that there is a rule that you must place your order at this particular price level or at that particular price level. No, it's not possible. You can actually sell below the market price. You can actually sell above the market price. It's all at your discretion and at the discretion of your buyer and anybody who is interacting with you. Okay, that's how the P2P market works. Okay,
Okay.
so I don't know if anybody has question again. Any more question? If you have any question, can you raise your hand? Now, if it's okay, you want to speak. Good evening. Good evening, ma. You've been unmuted. Nafisa, is it a male or female? Good evening. Nafisa, you've been unmuted, sir. I don't know if it's a sir or ma. Okay, I guess it's a ma. Ma, you've been unmuted. No question. Maybe it's a mistake. Okay, in the absence of questions, I think we've actually
Hello?
exhausted our. Hello, okay, ma. I can hear you, ma.
Can you hear me? Okay. I said, for instance, now, the profit you are making from P2P, is there a percentage that Binance is charging you? Like, for
Is there
instance, if I sell, sir,
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Your voice is breaking.
okay, I said, for instance, if I am able to sell like some USDT, is there a percentage charged by Binance on it, on anything sold on it? Is there any percentage charged?
Yes, yes. There's a fee. There's a fee charge, but the fee is almost negligible. There's a fee. I don't know the fee structure now. Let me check. Let me try setting up an advert now and see the fee structure. Don't bear with me. But then there's a fee charge. Current. Initially they were not charging fees.
Thank you.
Let me check. Okay. Fixed price should be between, okay, ma'am. Currently the fixed price should be between, the cap is 830 naira. That's the max you can actually set for your selling price now. At Princess Tega, 830 is the max you can actually ask for. So let me see. Five, six, let me say 600. Next, fee structure. Fee structure, that I will be now. I want to sell what's it called? I want to sell $300 now, and I'm being asked to pay a fee of 15 cents. So it's almost negligible. But then when you start processing lots of transactions, this compound, and then given the volume that is being processed here, that's no less than $10 billion. So you see, the amount to something. But the fee structure is almost negligible. Okay. I don't know if I've answered your question, man. Okay, anybody having any question? Any question again? Another question? No question. Okay, so in the absence of questions, I think we'll be calling this a day there. So now basically the P2P, if you don't want to be trade P2P because you want to be making money from there, uh, you want to be making money from the spread, it's actually a gateway for you to withdraw your money after processing your trade. After trading and investing, and then you made profits, you can actually withdraw your money from there. It's a means for you to send money to your loved ones outside the country. It's a means for you to actually liquidate or receive remittances outside the country. So it gives you enormous use cases. There are a lot of things you can actually do with the P2P platform, like we just saw. That's basically what you can do with the P2P. And then why we're using the Binance P2P is because one, P2P, Binance P2P is very secure. The customer support there is okay. I've been interacting with it more than most P2P platforms. And let me not just call names, but then from experiences, it's okay. Then liquidity too. The market, you want to go to a market that no matter how it is. Now, say for instance, if there's a local market within your environment, and then maybe two or three markets, when you come to this particular market, you don't always see what you need. Then someday you want to get something. Will you be going to that same market? Definitely not. So you want to go to that particular market where you actually get what you've always wanted, right? So that's basically the idea. That's why the P2 Binance P2P is preferred. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Then I thank you guys so much for hopping on the call and for staying all through the meeting. Okay. I in the absence of questions, I think it's already a day. Okay. We'll be ending the meeting now. So if you are interested, if you are happy, I don't know, just react to the meeting, please. Maybe use your favorite emoji or however you are feeling towards the meeting we just did today. Kindly show your reactions, please. Let's see. Then make your corrections. Okay. You guys are not active as well. No problem now. Have a wonderful night rest.
God bless you.
Okay. Thank you so much, fam. Have a wonderful night rest. You guys are not active. No replies, nothing. As well, Sha. As well. Okay.
Okay, thank you.